Come on in. Let's step in. That's good.
You ready?
Yeah. Okay. Y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay. I want to first of all acknowledge Father Matt Alman from Our Lady of Africa, right? St. Moses the Black. They changed all these Catholic names on me. That's why they didn't change St. Tabana, because I can't remember. For being here with us, and also the Lions from Leo High School who are here with us today. We're here today because of the disrespect Walmart demonstrated to their employees and to the community by simply announcing a 5-day notice to all that they were closing this supercenter and training academy without any warning or conversation with anybody. A store that was remodeled and expanded in the last 2 years, including a teaching academy, a new pharmacy, and a health center. If they say we're losing money for 17 years, why would you spend so much money remodeling and adding on in the store? Also, they talk about the lack of business. They've been losing all this money. Can you look at this parking lot? It's like this every day.
Every day.
Every time I go in this store, it's packed with people.
Every day.
At its reopening, Walmart was loud about their commitment to this community and continuing to serve it. I guess that changed. The Chatham community has a large number of seniors who frequent this store and its pharmacy and depend on it. This is who Walmart is turning their back on. Walmart said these stores are closing because they've never made any money. Well, how come Jewel and other agencies stay in our communities and they make money? They talk about theft. Please, Walmart, stop using that stereotype that the communities and the black community is always about theft. Putting that stereotype on the people who live here and on the community. Bring us some data. And bring us some data of all your Walmarts and the theft that's going on everywhere. It's hard to believe that every time we come to this store it's full of shoppers and yet they are losing money. Hard to believe they would spend all the money remodeling and expanding when they're losing money. Big box stores come into the community with great promises and great commitment. And as a result, when they come in, we all know many mom and pop stores go out of business because they can't compete with a Walmart. They can't compete with the promises and the prices that they offer. And now the bully, after closing all those stores up, now the bully pulls out and says he doesn't want to be here anymore. They leave our communities with large, empty buildings and a desert of resources. Walmart needs to reconsider. They need to meet with the elected officials and the community to see what can be worked out. No one was ever invited to the conversation before a decision was made. That's not only disrespectful, that's bad business. So Walmart, put the brakes on. Let's have the conversation. If you refuse to speak to the community, and you refuse to stop and look at this, then maybe we should not shop at any Walmart.
Amen.
Maybe Walmart should be on the X list and let them know we're not going to continue to support a big multi-billionaire business that disrespects the community over and over again. Myself and Jeremiah Wright were two people that fought very hard from the Walmart coming in 17 years ago because of low wages. They finally agreed to go up a couple of hours, and we said, okay, come on in. They came back in, they made the money, they remodeled, they expanded, and now they're the culprits walking out, and they want to blame the community as the reason they're walking out. Look again at this parking lot. The community has supported them, but they have not supported the community. I'd like to bring now the Alderman-elect of this 21st Ward, Ronnie Mosley.
Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to the 21st Ward.
Yes.
This Walmart came here with the promise to be a partner in this community. As I campaigned, I talked about the economic vitality that is here because Walmart is here. And before I even took the oath of office, my first day of orientation, I got a lesson of what that partnership could look like because Walmart said we are leaving. That is a devastating move, a blow to our community, and represents this divestment that we've seen time and time again in the black community all throughout the Chicagoland area. If Walmart is choosing to leave, that commitment cannot leave. We have to have that partnership. We have to see an investment. Yes, I'm thankful that they are committed to replacing a tenant here and to donating this Walmart Academy to a non-for-profit or community purposes, but it is not enough. It is not enough. And we won't settle for anything that's less than enough. So today, I'm calling for Walmart to honor that promise, to honor that commitment, to find a tenant for this place, to get this property in the hands of a nonprofit that's going to fulfill those community needs, but to push more. To push more looks like investing a $10 million fund for the projects that we need, the community investment that we need to go for housing, to go for food security, to go for youth services. I'm also talking about the workforce training that this academy was supposed to provide to this community. What does that look like? What does it look like when we say that this is going to be a thriving area? The issues that we were told about can be solved from a special service area, a strong business district in which Walmart made the commitment to fulfill those voids and not go through with it. But it's those same issues that Walmart said we can take care of that they're saying is the reason why we're leaving today. So we are going to have a community process where our folks are at the table, where our folks are raising their voices, and we have a clear message of what this needs to be. And I'm looking forward to working with my partners, whether across the street in the 6th Ward, or the Senate District, or the County District, to make sure that we convene a community meeting where we can map out what this area should look like going forward. And with that, I'm going to bring in my partner from across the street, the Alderman-elect of the 6th Ward, William Hall.
Everybody say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Come on, say enough is enough. Enough is enough. Walmart has once again shown us corporate racism and corporate greed.
Yes, sir.
They said that they lost so much money, but every single day, Walmart trades on what's called the stock market. When they lose money, they adjust to make money. If they lost so much money in these stores, where was the adjustment to make sure that they didn't lose money? Walmart owns this land. We do not want another abandoned store in this neighborhood. We do not want this to become a place for graffiti. And last but not least, seniors deserve better. To walk away from those who barely can walk to get medicine, to walk away from those who depend on this food is once again corporate racism. The same people who can do the stats to see and show how to make money can do the stats to show what it takes to invest in people. And so if Walmart doesn't invest in the people here, we will disinvest across the entire nation. Everybody say enough is enough. Enough is enough. If Walmart again does not invest on this land with what this community needs, we will go from Chicago to Indiana to Michigan and every state where there's a Walmart. And the same black and brown people who make this store will be the same black and brown people that walk away from this store. And so I want you all to clap your hands for none other than State Senator L.G. Singer.
That's right. Power back to the people, and we want justice too.
Right.
We want justice. When this Walmart opened, we heard from them. They were going to be our partners.
Yes, sir.
That's not a word I take lightly. I take that word very, very seriously because that is a commitment to this community. That demonstrates that you are going to be here to make this community strong. Since Walmart announced these closures, my office, which is located literally steps from this building, has been inundated with calls from seniors who are crying out saying, where do I go for my medicine? For mothers who are talking about their children and saying, how do I feed my children? Where am I going to go? What are my options going to be? Walmart, we have, when you came in, you said you were going to be our partners. We are demanding that you live up to your word. Amen. We want you to stand with us to improve the quality of this community. I look around. This is my neighborhood Walmart. I use this Walmart. I was just in this Walmart the other day. If there were problems, I did not see them. Right. Now, if there are challenges, talk to the elected officials. Talk to the community leaders. We will help you. This is our store. We have invested in it. We have made you that Fortune #1 company. So if we have helped make you that Fortune #1 company, we are asking you to be our partners to continue to live up to your word. Do what you said you were going to do, and you were going to stand with us to improve the quality of life in this community. That's all we're asking. That's right. All we're asking. We are demanding that you live up to your word, that you stand with us to continue to improve the quality of life in this community, because this community demands nothing less. With that, I'm going to bring my partner in progress, my office mate. Again, our offices are literally steps from this parking lot. Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore.
Let's give Senator Sims a round of applause, you all. I'm Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore, and I want to say, I remember when this was a vacant parking lot. I remember when we fought to bring this Walmart to this community. I remember when we didn't have any jobs or any places for our kids to work. When they didn't have a place to work, they had to leave our community to find employment. Well, when they announced that they were closing this store, people started calling my phone. Say, you know, my daughter, my son works at that Walmart. Do you know that they provide college tuition reimbursement for our children? We don't have to go downtown to get a job. We can have a job in our own community. Right. And that's why we want this Walmart to stay. We need this as a partner in our community. When we fought to put this Walmart here, there were entities that did not want this store here. A lot of people lost their elections when they fought to put this Walmart here. And we decided we were going to partner with them because this was important to our community. And now they're packing up and they're leaving. And it doesn't make sense that they're leaving our community, because let me tell you, they think that we are going to pack up our dollars and go to another community to shop at Walmart. We're not. No. We're not. We want you to stay in our community and continue to provide jobs and services to this community. Amen. So I'm Cook County Commissioner Stanley Moore, and I'm dedicated to fighting to keep this Walmart here. Thank you. Let me bring up a rising star in the State House, Illinois State Representative Lamont Robinson.
Commissioner, thank you. First of all, let me thank Father Mike for always speaking truth to power. Always standing on the right side of history. Let me also thank my colleagues behind me for making sure that we represent our communities. And today is a travesty for a $1 billion national corporation to decide that they would pull out of our communities that have made them this $1 billion corporation. To turn its back on the families of our communities, to our seniors that depend on this store for their dire medication, is a travesty. We have fought this before as it relates to healthcare. So we have healthcare deserts, we have food deserts. And we wonder why our communities look like they look, that we have violence every single day. It is just not on us. It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine. We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop. We should be able to do all of this in our communities.
Right here.
We deserve to be able to shop,
Yes, sir.
work, play
Yes.
in our own
In
communities.
agreement.
And so, as my friend, Pastor Hall, next alderman of the 6th Ward said, Walmart, if you think that we're going to go to other communities, it's absolutely not happening. If we got to travel to Indiana and Michigan and Wisconsin to take this road on the show, we will absolutely do that.
In agreement.
So I want to thank everyone that's here today, because we can transform our communities.
Yes, we can.
We can keep things moving if we
Now.
speak up, if we
Now.
speak out,
Now.
and we come together.
Now.
Thank you and God bless.
Daryl Brown here from Trinity. Daryl Brown.
The Lord.
Okay. Again, we thank you for coming out. I want you to understand we are standing on what we've said here today. If Walmart leaves us, we will leave Walmart.
In agreement.
We will leave Walmart.
In agreement.
We're not going to go over and make a suburb of Evergreen Park rich while we're lacking and abandoned here. So Walmart, make a decision. Sit down and talk with us.
Yes. Now.
Have a conversation with us. Have all these elected officials there who also have influence on anything else Walmart wants to do in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois.
Right.
So Walmart, you better listen, you better sit down. Otherwise, understand that this won't be the only store you'll be closing down, because we're not going to keep supporting places that disrespect the community. This is unacceptable, and we won't allow it anymore. Any question of any of the speakers here?
Are you calling for a boycott?
Yes.
Yes, if they're going to leave here, and as Pastor-elect Alderman Bishop Will Hall said, this is not just for Chicago. This is for anywhere. This is for anywhere. Walmart has to understand that you think you can come in because you are so wealthy and you do whatever you want and treat people like dirt and then blame the community for the reason you're leaving. Hell no. Hell no, you're not going to keep doing that. So across the nation, we will continue to ask for a boycott of Walmart. If they're going to walk out on us, we will walk out on them.
With company officials to yet?
I have on Tuesday I had an information account with a company official in corporate, and he called me, and I said that at that point, this is not good for the community. This is not good for your employees. So they tell them, we're going to find them jobs at other Walmarts around. Well, what if you don't have the access to get to other Walmarts around? What if this is employment in this community that you can walk to and be a part of? And now all of a sudden you're told you can go out to Park Ridge, or you can go to one of the western suburbs to get a job. No, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable.
Did Walmart mention why they waited so late to give the community notice?
No, they did not. I asked why. It's a 5-day notice. How disrespectful is that to anybody? A 5-day notice to your employees and to the community, to people that have prescriptions to get. They said, well, we're going to keep the pharmacy open a few days longer.
A landlord had to give you.
I asked him for the stats. I told him I want the stats. You say you have theft this year? Give us the stats. And give us the stats of theft at all of your Walmarts in Chicago.
That's right.
No.
What about
Transparency.
Something else
What
What
about
One of the real reasons why they're trying to close this Walmart is due to shoplifting.
A lie.
Well, let me just say two things to that. Number one, what have you done to stop that?
Yes.
Number two, why did you go to mostly all self-checkouts and fire cashiers? If you're worried about shoplifting, studies around this country say that self-checkouts always involve great losses. That's a national problem for self-checkout. So why did you go, if you're saying that's an issue here, you went to mostly all self-checkouts? And why, if that's been a problem for 17 years, did that 2 years ago you did this major investment in this store and said you were committed to this community. That's a lie. That's a lie. Stop blaming the neighborhood for what you're doing to the neighborhood. This is the violence, as we said here. This is real violence. We talk about a shooting on the street. You're shooting a whole community.
That's what you're doing. Pimping out the community.
What about online? What about the online shopping? What about the online shopping?
Online shopping. They done made a fortune off of it.
We're not going to online shop either.
Father,
We
I
not
got
going
to
to
allege that
Walmart
they,
period.
ownership of Walmart donated to the Balance campaign. Is this involving politics at all?
Oh my God.
No, this is not about politics. This is about people.
Right.
And it's time out for us to be talking about the business of individual corporations. We're talking about the business of people.
Right.
Not one person who called my office inquiring about where they're going to get their medicine talked about who they voted for.
Right.
Not one person who talked about where they're going to get their good, healthy food talked about who they voted for. They talked about what they need in their community. They talked about what they want in their community. It's not about politics. This is about people. We're not in the business of profit. We're in the business of people. We are in the business of living by and standing up for people. And that's what this fight, that's what you hear all of us talking about, and that's all that you hear us standing for the people.
Amen. Amen.
Councilman-elect Moses, you mentioned that Walmart is donating the training center. Has there been any discussion about what to do about this state-of-the-art training center? Are they going to do anything with it?
We have not gotten word of that.
I was told Tuesday they're closing it.
They're closing everything. Main Center, Health, and the Academy.
Everything.
The academy is a marvelous.
That ain't right.
Senior and I believe.
Why is it 5 times more people inside the store spending money right now than it is out here with the protest? Until we stop spending the money, they're not going to care.
That shows the need. That's why it needs to stay. That shows the need. That shows the need.
It don't make sense. It's on us. Stop spending your money. Oh, yes.
Right.
You got to get my pork chop. One day I promise you it'll change.
Father Flager, what's the next step now? Besides the protest, what else can
We're going to reach back out to Walmart and ask them to meet, and then perhaps at that point we should go to one of the other Walmarts. If they're not going to be, then close this down. Maybe we need to have a protest out of Evergreen Park Walmart. Shut Walgreens down in Evergreen Park. I mean Walmart down in Evergreen Park for a day.
That's right. Gentlemen, sit down.
Why not reach out to someone like Target, someone like any other company?
We want ours to stay here. We didn't have to reach out. We want ours to stay here.
1 second, ma'am.
So your question?
So why not reach out to another organization, a Target? If Walmart doesn't want to work with you all, why not reach out to a different organization that wants to?
We're not saying we won't do that, but our job is not to do the job of Walmart's work. Walmart has been obviously thinking about this for some time. They made a decision some time ago, and all of a sudden on Tuesday they announce it. So what we're saying is, listen, you said that you're walking out. Did you think about it these last months while you were making this decision of who you're going to reach out to bring in? No. Walmart doesn't give a damn about who comes in here or the community. What they care about is getting out of this neighborhood and putting their money in the suburbs and out in the rural areas where they make their money. And we're saying that's not good enough. It's not my job to fill this vacancy. We will look, obviously. But right now we're saying Walmart, stay here.
Now.
Stay here. You heard that senior lady, this is where she comes to get her prescription.
Amen.
Stay here. So we will try to talk with them. If they're not and they close up on Sunday, then we'll be over at Evergreen Park to shut that Walmart down. Thank you.
That's the protest led by Father Michael Flager, Saints of Bina Church, a familiar face in the community. I did want to add a little bit of context as best I can, because obviously this protest, incredibly one-sided message you heard from the community leaders about why they believe Walmart should not close. And I saw a lot of comments across all the places that were live streaming this right now, questioning, well, what does Walmart have to say about this? What about theft, et cetera, et cetera? So we do have, because this story broke Tuesday, we do have a story up right now on WGNTV.com. You please go and read that. You'll see all the locations. You'll see all this information, a number of statements, et cetera, et cetera. But I'm going to just give you at least the one statement that we pulled from the press release from Walmart that is included in our WGNTV.com story. The simplest explanation is that collectively, our Chicago stores have not been profitable since we opened the first one nearly 17 years ago. These stores lose tens of millions of dollars a year, and their annual losses nearly doubled in just the last 5 years. The remaining 4 Chicago stores continue to face the same business difficulties, but we think this decision gives us the best chance to keep them open and serving the community. So that is the statement from Walmart. It doesn't say anything specifically about theft. Now, it does note same business difficulties that might be alluding to something along those lines, but it could be alluding to something more because they didn't go into those details, or a combination of factors. We didn't get that information out of that press release. Nonetheless, protest here today, we're covering it. We may be able to get more answers from Walmart. It just depends on what reporter we have assigned, if we have one assigned, and who can do what follow-up, et cetera, et cetera. But I was happy that I could at least bring you live here on WGN News Now this protest in its entirety. Again, more information, more statements from, again, Walmart and others, including the full list of locations on our website right now, WGNTV.com. And you can go check that out at any point. We'll update the story as we get additional details. It was just announced Tuesday, and the 4 locations close Sunday. So the 11th to the 16th, 5 days of notice. That was one other thing I guess I did want to put out. Pharmacies at those locations will remain open to serve patients for up to 30 days, according to our story. So information from Walmart. Associates at the closing stores will be paid through August 11th unless they accept a transfer to another location. Employees who choose not to transfer will then receive a severance package after the August 11th date. So just a little more information. I'm scrolling, though, and this story is a little bit longer, so yes, you can get more at WGNTV.com. We have another live stream going on right now. You can see it, those on Instagram, and the clip above me, that is a live look at our homepage, and that is the funeral for Chicago Fire Department fallen firefighter Lieutenant John Torek. We have another CFD funeral slated tomorrow. We'll also live stream that. And, of course, as news breaks, I'll bring it to you here on WGN News Now. Until that next live stream, I'm Chip Brewster. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.